I guess I'm up for now. Little depression nap. I marvel though. How sometimes people say find positive things to do when so much negative things are happening to you. And back to back to the point where you can't catch a break. It's like okay. And then more stuff piling up on you, the more positive you try to do things. Or the moment you start saying, I'm going to start doing better for myself, or I'm going to start praying more, or I'm going to start. The more you start praying more, not the more you say you're going to start praying more, the more you start praying more, the more stuff happens. I know what that's about. Um, um, it's pretty much how my night went. Anybody know about borderline personality disorder knows how that goes. I also noticed I used to get quite a bit of comments on my YouTube. Now I started posting more positive stuff. I don't get that much comments. So there's that. So weird conspiracy stuff, weird fucked up stuff been happening. Like there's some type of voodoo or some shit. Gotta be. And I remember my brother was in my house, was like sweeping and trying to discover that he was sweeping stuff but not putting it in the garbage. And said that he swept it in the corner, talking about he's sweeping the demons up. It didn't dawn on me until I was getting to a friend of mine, and she knows about that kind of stuff more than I do, because I try to stay away from that shit. All kind of crazy shit been happening to me, stuff that normally don't happen, like all of my vapes. He was obsessed with my vapes and didn't want me vaping. So like all my fucking vapes, I've been dropping them, breaking them, or I've been getting them in the mail and they just don't fucking work. Found out one of them supposed to have been water damaged by the time they even fucking got to me. There was absolutely nothing I did to break it. I'm like, oh wow, that's crazy. Everything look like it's intact and everything. It's just water damage. I'm like, if two people look at it and they both experience with that type of stuff, they know what they're talking about. I'm like, shit. I'm just gonna take my L with that and just not even complain or say anything. If I want one bad enough, I'll just buy another one, or just that water damage could have came from anywhere. Could have came from rain, could have came from humidity, anywhere. I'm like, my fucking car tripping on me. What the hell is my juice? Getting into it with folks online. I'm like, all of a sudden, just after a whole year later, getting booted. I'm like, this dude being brought up back again? I'm like, man, there's some creepy stuff going on. I'm like, everybody told me get over stuff and leave stuff alone and let stuff go type shit. Then when I sit there and I leave it alone and I let it go and I don't talk about it no more, it gets brought up to me. Then when I go on my little rant or tangent about it, I'm going to start in drama. I'm like, no, that's not how it works. So it's just been, might sound petty to y'all, but you got your whole family just, shit. It's been like that since for years now. You go places, oh, we need references. You got any families? You got any sisters? Nope. I'm not trying to flat out tell them, well, I don't get along with them. I'm trying to get these folks my background story, why I don't want to put them down as a reference. So you go to doctors and doctors be like, what's your family history? Well, I wouldn't know because they're not honest about shit anyway. You have this running your family, that running your family. Fuck, how would I know? They lie about everything. But what I don't understand is people say this and that. It's just an app. It's just an app. So well, I guess I look at the world and you could tell by the last couple of things of poetry that I even uploaded here on YouTube. I look at the world from a different lens than everybody else. And yeah, that was like me locked up in the bathroom for a good 20 minutes. Somebody was calling the phone. I was zoned the fuck out, trying to bam it on the door. I wasn't trying to hear a damn thing she said. She's like, think about your children. And I'm like, the more she's saying, think about your children, the more and more pissed off I kept getting because I'm thinking, children, Mother's Day. So I'm like, it was a good 20 minutes too. I was in that bathroom. This wasn't one of those moments where I was just trying to do self-harm just because I was mad. I was really trying to do it. Be gone. Like, y'all, I'll make y'all happy. I'll leave. I don't want to be here anyway. I feel like I don't belong here anyway, type shit. To be honest, I left a little note on Facebook and everything. Was trying to be out of here. And then the police out here, they know you got a knife in your hand. Even if you are attempting to hurt yourself, they will shoot you. I didn't care. But I think that's part of why China wasn't trying to call them. I was trying to give me the benefit of the doubt to just drop the knife. Because she knew that that's what the outcome would have been had she called them. Sometimes even if you drop the knife, men ought to open that door. Because their trust level is shot with people. Men ought to open that door. They probably would have took off shooting. But at that point, I was feeling like whether they do it or whether I do it. And I'm like, probably better them than me, because I'm telling y'all my mind frame, how I was thinking tonight. Like, well, if they do it and I don't do it, it's not a suicide, right? I was just trying to be gone. I'm like, my kids probably heard so many bad lies about me by now anyway. They probably don't even want to fucking talk to me, so what is the point of being here? Nah, I'm just tired of clearing my name my whole life. I know other people go through that shit too, but not this damn often. This shit not normal. And then the funny part is how often I'm having to do it. I know I was always told keep a paper trail and all that shit. It just tripped me out how people they know the truth. I was talking about that in my other video, how people know the truth and they still decide to side with who's more popular. Like I said, fun fact. Just because you're idol or just because somebody's more popular don't mean that they cannot lie just because the lesser person is popular. Don't mean that your more popular person can't do no wrong. Another fun fact, the incident that happened to me today, the person that I'm being booted from all these groups for, I'm not the only person that has gotten into it with this guy. But I'm his main target. Why? To the point where he's trying to destroy my character. There was another guy that reported this group the night that I was accepted to join his group. It was somebody else that reported this group to the point he had to make a part two, a secondary group, a backup group. But I'm his main target. And somebody else recently, I heard he got into it with. But I'm his main target. I'm the one that people don't recommend to join groups and say I start drama because I gotta clear my name or because I speak up. I already talked about that. Well, they don't like you to speak up for yourself. So why be here? I suggest, not saying it's something I want to do, really. You think taking my life is something I want to do? No. It's just you get tired, you get exhausted, and it's like, people don't want me here, I'm not accepted here. So why keep trying to fight for my own life to stay here and fight for my life to live peaceful? Got my own family pissed off and feel like I shouldn't be living and enjoying life because I'm not they not financially up there with me, but they don't know. They say some of them don't believe in God, but they don't know that God may have them to live different paths. Everybody live different paths. And if Candy really believe in God like she says she do, she'll say she a dedicated Christian. She would know that God have people to live different paths on down to financially. For whatever reason, my foster mama saw that I was more fit for the military. Want to know why? Because my foster mama saw that I was also, I ain't gonna say easier to control, but more compliant than Candy was when it came to telling me what to do. We both were scared of my foster mama though. But at the same time, my foster mama was scared of Candy. But whatever, man. It's whatever. But if I say, you know what, just don't add me to groups no more. Don't add me to these groups. None of that shit. Or whenever I say, you know what the hell with it, I quit vaping. Then everybody want to get all in an uproar. All them damn lies and accusations that man told me trying to talk about I'm trying to shut his business down. And that had nothing to do with that. But over 20,000 people, or was it 2,000? Something like that. Is pissed with me because he lied and said, no, I ain't gonna go there. Somebody tried to get his business shut down. I said, that is the biggest joke in history. Nobody came and asked me what happened. They just heard his side and then blocked me. Then turn around and block me. I say, hey, what did I do? Did I do something wrong? Then they just block me. Well, they'll unfriend me. I'll be like, hey, did I do something wrong? Then they'll block me. Just not trying to hear nothing I have to say. Then they look at me like I'm crazy when I start to question the skin color play a factor, because I've seen people that have actually scammed people in the vaping community and they still welcome in that community and still able to go in other groups and still scam people and fuck people out their money. But they try to make like I'm some type of basket case or some type of psycho. Even people that I've done back and forth transitions with, they didn't have my back. They sat there and let me fry. And other people that have said, hey, don't quit vaping, don't do this, don't do that. I know why they didn't want me to quit vaping. It's about dollars. It's about dollars. So, people like, you can talk to me. You can talk to me about anything. Meanwhile, they talking about you behind your back. I was feeling like tonight where I'd rather just end it all before I sit there and have somebody just sit there and be like, all she do is complain. Nope, bitch, you ain't gotta worry about me doing that no more. That was my mindset tonight. Like, man, fuck y'all. I don't got time for fake friends. I have these motherfuckers. If I die today or tomorrow, regardless of the circumstances of how I would die, these motherfuckers ain't showing up at my funeral. These motherfuckers on the internet. Nobody finna show up at my funeral. Nobody finna help pay for my burial, funeral expenses, none of that. Real talk. Where's my mind space right now? I do not feel suicidal. but I don't know where my MySpace is at. I was getting good, trying to, regardless of the back pain that I have to deal with, the bulging disc in my back and stuff, trying to get excited to fucking cook again. I cooked that chicken. I cooked the potatoes tonight. I cooked dinner after how many years? Just the first 7, 8 years of me and China being together, I did all the cooking. And I was like, China, your turn. And it was like, my health started declining worse. I'm like, okay, you're going to have to cook. You know, it felt good to finally try to get up. And to me, that was a step forward. That was a step positive. That was like little moves like that. Like, I was out the damn bed today. Like, y'all know how sick I be? People don't give a dog about what you go through, man. I have a cyst on my ovary right now. That's got a pocket of blood inside of it. On the right side of me, they don't know what the hell that is. It's just a bulge. 2 bulges on the left side of me. One on my pelvis and one above it. They like, I don't know what that is. To the point where my doctor pushed my appointment from June all the way up until the next couple of days. And I went and saw her. She's like, that's not no hernia. I don't know what that is. And people say they do not. And I'm not the only person they do that to. They just shot up a dad, just sat there and held his own daughter up for a shield to get shot up in a damn McDonald's parking lot. It's just a cold world. But now I see why China don't want friends and she stays to her fucking self. But damn, life ain't supposed to be like that. I don't see how people sitting here whining about narcissists, but they ride or die for people that's actually fucking narcissists. I do not. I'll never understand this life. And you know what? I already saw it coming. I said 2021 is going to be worse than 2020. And look at all this shit that been happening back to back on the news. It's a situation that had to look like, well, I mean, it was a situation where the police shot a 16-year-old, and now it's controversy. Was it justified or was it not? Damn. And at the end of the day, all that little girl was trying to do was trying to get away from them damn people, that abusive foster home. And in the midst, she was caught in a line of fire running, trying to stab one of the people that was going to stab her, that was talking about stabbing her. But then the police caught her with a knife in her hand. A lot of people saying it's justified. Like I said, I'm not finna sit there and say whether it's justified or not, because I have a child. I have a daughter around that same age. But I just need to take time to myself for a little while. Probably go ghost for a little while. I don't know. Probably I sent my nurse the pictures After she see those pictures, yeah, I probably would be for real going ghost for a while.